Hi everyone, it's new video time, and I'd like to just do a quick video concerning my SRW, is it SRW S1 wheel, Sim Raceway Steel Series. I did a video on it last year, and I thought I'll do another one since I've just modified it in the last couple of days of this video. This is the original faceplate that I don't know how well that's going to show. I've got the window behind me. I just used some black vinyl, and I just got this logo on the front just to fill out the middle bit. But if you look carefully, you can probably see where the writing is underneath all the buttons. If you look correct, you can see. And across the middle where the LED is, I just basically messed it up big time. I had to put a new piece on around the lip of the LED strip, and of course cut it, made a right mess of it around the corners. And how well that's showing up there. I mean, it looks all right when it's on. I mean, you don't see all these bits here because they've got all the encoders knobs are over them. Didn't do too bad a job of that bit. I was a bit scared of that bit, but I seemed to have hung on to that alright. But I got a bit bored with it, and my OCD kicked in, and there's a bit on the top there, look where it's short, so I filled it in with a biro, black marker, sorry. Just looks a right mess, doesn't it? So what I did, luckily, and I'll tell you why, is I ordered another SRW. I mean, I've been on eBay since today's video. Oh, my bloody phone again. And they're about £139 now for one of these. So I'm so glad I bought another one. I'll tell you why. Because this is the very. I've only had this. Well, I've not even used it, to be fair. No, tell a lie. I have used it. I don't know if anyone out there can relate to this. After a while, I mean, these are the gear switches, and these are brand new, and these make an absolutely lovely clicking noise. The way the lever works on there, I mean, you can hear that one. It's very dull, but on this one, really loud, look, but on this one it's dull. And what's happened is, when I took the circuit board out, when I press, because these are designed to click when you press them in any direction, and it just started to wear. So I thought, oh, I can't be doing with that. So I bought a brand new board, a brand new wheel. That's the wheel there, and that was the faceplate for it. And bugger me, after about 2 weeks, it just wouldn't read anymore, the USB. It just wouldn't recognise it as a wheel. And I went online, had a look, and there's a couple of other people, and apparently it says in the devices SRW bootstrapper or bootload or something like that, and I couldn't work out what that was. And the LEDs didn't work. I only bought this other wheel just so I could put this circuit board, you know, to use as my main wheel. And so I could have, you know, perfect gear selections. So because of this not working anymore, and I don't know why, I'm really annoyed about it, because like I say, they're about 130 quid now from eBay or Amazon, and I don't know. I mean, it's only got four. Where are we? It's only got 4 solder points. These things here. I might take them out if I feel man enough. Take these out, these 2 here, and put them on this one, because like I said, when I put this one upside down, and you can hear it, That's very faint, and it's not got a very really hard tactile click to it, whereas this one, oh, it doesn't when it's like that, but when it's up, it's really clicky. So I've put the original one back in, which still works, and I've had the original one over a year, and for some reason it just works. So I'm just so glad I bought the original. I bought a second one, thinking, you know, they might have balls up. I mean, I've not cut the wire off this one. This one's never been used. You know, I only used it for the circuit board. But as I said, you know, the circuit board's no good. So I've replaced it with the original circuit board that I bought over a year ago. So I'm putting up with this, but I've got an idea of how to take these levers out and mount some other gear selectors here. I don't know. There's a guy in America that sells. It's not DSD. It's I can't remember his website, but they're all carbon fibre, and they're about £107 for 2 gear. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. It's the quick release system that I use on my G25. I mean, come on, 9 years old nearly, is it? You know, whether it's worth spending any more money on it, I don't know. But anyone who's got an SRW will probably be aware that they are very, very finicky and very, they're not robust at all, as this one is now proven to me. For some reason, it does not get recognised in Windows. So I'm a bit peed off, but I can always take them out. But luckily, anyway, I'm rambling on. What I've done is I've took the like I say, that was the original cover that came with my original wheel. Didn't like all that crap. So what I've done, so what I decided to do was to get some plastic spray, and I don't, you won't see nothing because I've sanded down all the individual markings for each button. I think that one there was front brake bias, rear brake bias, because this is, as you know, is designed to work with the Steel Series game, Sim Raceway, and I didn't want it just for that. And obviously, you know, I heard that there could be modded to fit on a wheel. So you see my earlier video if anyone's seen my channel anyway. This quick release fits onto my G25, and this wheel still works. I mean, I use it now, but I thought I'd respray it instead of cover it in vinyl, and it just looks so much better. There's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 coats of grey primer, and then about 3 or 4 coats of the silver and diamond white Ford. Well, that's the first thing I chose in Alfords to spray it with. I just left it to dry, and then replaced everything. And another little mod that I did was the tiny little screws that you get to put these back in are just absolute twatty little things. They hardly bite into the plastic at the back, the casing on the back, this bit here. So what I did was I went out and bought all the M3 bolts that I needed and carefully drilled, keeping the stump that stops it from crushing when you tie this down. There's a stump that goes through and then hits the bottom of this, so that when you screw it down, it doesn't bend in and stop these buttons from working. So what I did was I gently drilled out all the holes with a small drill, then a slightly bigger drill, just to get the size for these M3 bolts. And they bolt all the way through now on the back, and it's a lot more sturdy now, and I think it looks really nice. And I've got a nice, I've just ordered a nice aluminium badge to go on the front there, but you can't see any writing, because I say I've sanded the whole thing down with wet and dry. You can't, and I thought I'd use the original wheel. I had silver bolts going through, whereas these I've used black. I think it just goes well with the colour. And I'm now going to test it on my on my G25 to see if all I've done I haven't messed up. So I'm just going to pause the video and I'll get straight back to you. So hang on a tick. Okay, here I am at my sim rig. I apologise for any light coming in. Right, I'm just going to try and get this while I'm holding the camera, so just bear with me. I'm going to put that over there. There you go. That now is bolted onto my rig. And to use the lights, I use the SLI Manager, which is that one there where my pointer is. So I'm just going to open that up. I'll just give you a quick run through of it. Hopefully it'll all work, because I've not tested this yet, so I'm hoping what it'll do is going through all the possible devices that might be plugged into the PC, and then it should detect. There you go, it's detected it. Great. And then what I can do is I can open up the device and test it. So when I test that and click OK, that's working. That's brilliant. And another little thing I can do with this software is if I go into basic, I'll show you on here, basic setup. I've got an SLIM and I've got obviously with the wheel. So if I click on my wheel, I can ask it what I want the pit lane to do. So if I sort of say first one blinking and click that first one will blink. Or if I want all LEDs blinking, I know it might come up a bit harsh on the video, alternate LEDs blinking, and side LEDs blinking, and this is just to get out the pits, yeah, so, and then all LEDs fixed, yep. And then for the shift light method, in other words, whilst you're driving along, there's a whole host on this LS Manager. There's the progressive one, but I like to use the green, red, blue. And I'll tell you why. It will come up green, red, blue, because when I'm using any of the progressive or percentage, any of these, percentage, absolute, when it's going into the blue, I'm thinking I've got a shift, but when it gets to the maximum revs in the red, green and blue, as soon as it hits the maximum revs or just before it, the blue will come on. Again, I'll show you. I'll just go back to the RG red, and it flashes there, so I know when to change the gear. So I like that one, the red, green and blue alternative there. And the last one, the shift method, shift points method. In other words, when you get to the end, what do you want the software to do? And on mine, I have picked the last 4 blinking there. Yeah, you can have center LEDs blinking, the green ones only, or the side blinking, or all blinking. So there you go. That's that. I think you have to minimum donate probably about, I don't know, $10, €8, whatever it is. But it's worth it because it will play. It's good for any game. And when I've got, excuse me a minute while I look. When I get my G25 wheel, excuse me, the G25 wheel. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this is on a quick release. When I got that on there, it blocks some of it. I use that one, sorry, for when I want just the gears, because I can switch the LEDs off that one, the gear shifters. I just use that portion there, the gears, and all the LEDs below it, warning lights and that. I can see that with this one, but when this one's off, when this the SWR is off, and I use this one, this playing GT games, then I use that one there for shifting, because I can see it just nicely with that. Obviously I don't need that when I'm using my little Formula 1 wheel. So yeah, there's that's another mod that I've done. And quickly as well, I've also taken out the pedals on the plastic on the G25. The crappy plastic that annoys me immensely when I'm driving at night. It squeaks and cracks. I've put them on a piece of a nice thick 18mm piece of MDF, bolted everything down, and I've got the actual pedals where I want them. If you look, the brake is slightly up and they're a little bit further towards me, whereas in the original hardware they're a lot further away, and pisses me off. So, excuse my feet, I can just get to them. Brilliant. So that was another mod I did. Yeah, just looks a little bit more sort of racy, doesn't it? And I'm still using the G25, yeah, after all these years. Can't believe it. So there you go. That's my very latest modded SRW stroke S1 Steel Series wheel. Sprayed up nicely, and I think looks a whole lot better. So thanks for watching, and please either thumbs up, thumbs down if you like or dislike. Any questions, I will try to answer them for you. Okay, thank you very much for watching.